Hi, everyone. My name is Saara Chaudry. I'm a 17-year-old contributor with CBC Kids News. I'm also an actor and a UNICEF youth advocate. Over the last year and a half, COVID-19 has affected young people like me in expected and unexpected ways. Whether it was being understandably scared and anxious when the pandemic first hit, or surprised by how much we missed the routine of school, we felt all the feels. But one experience has been pretty consistent: how the pandemic pushed us all to our screens. For the sake of our sanity, we flocked to social media platforms. Want proof? Children's recreational screen time has almost doubled during the pandemic. At the onset of the pandemic, TikTok downloads increased by 27% in the US, not to mention the countless hours I know that kids in my circles spend on Instagram, Snapchat, FaceTime, Discord, Zoom, and other platforms. Some data also suggests that kids are willing to take more risks when they're with and being encouraged by peers, making us more susceptible to online challenges. So we tried new dance moves with every TikTok video Charlie D'Amelio and Addison Rae posted, stepped up to the milk crate challenge, and still uh, seem to be responding to the hashtag devious licks challenge. But don't you worry, we're also tending to our gardens. Virtually in the video game Animal Crossing, that is. But the last year and a half hasn't just been about the pandemic. As we've all been fighting for our lives, literally, we have also been witnessing and participating in a revolution. After the murder of George Floyd, and once the Black Lives Matter movement came to the forefront of everyone's attention, youth took a deeper interest in social change. While our generation has always been an outspoken one, as seen with notable teenagers like Greta Thunberg, we used our best and brightest tool, social media, to mobilize change for justice, equality, democracy, and the climate. In addition to our digital lives being a great source of entertainment, connection, activism, and information, in some cases, it's also been a tool for bettering ourselves. In a report published by the nonprofit organization Common Sense Media called "Coping with COVID-19: How Young People Use Digital Media to Manage Their Mental Health," it demonstrated that social media has played a huge role in young people feeling more connected and in combating negative emotions. The report, among social media users aged 14 to 22 years old, showed that 53% say social media has been very important for staying connected to family and friends, and 43% say social media makes them feel better when they're depressed, stressed, or anxious. And while this is definitely a clear example of how social media can truly be of help when young people need it most, we cannot ignore the more unfortunate truths. Depression rates have increased significantly since 2018, especially when the pandemic hit. Depression was particularly prevalent among teens and young adults who were directly impacted by COVID-19 infections in their homes. Hate speech on social media is on the rise, and experts are suggesting that this could be affecting the increase in the negative mental health symptoms we're seeing in young people. For example, in 2018, the percentage of 14 to 17-year-olds that reported they encounter racist, sexist, and homophobic comments on social media often was between 12 to 15%. And in 2020, that number increased to 21 to 23%. Just a few weeks ago, these concerns were brought to the forefront with the revelation that Facebook's, or as of today, now known as Meta's, internal research says its platforms can be harmful to kids at times. And now there's a growing movement to block or further limit kids on social media. Instagram for Kids has been shelved. China is going a step further and is implementing time restrictions on young social media users. But that notion has given me pause to think. Is that what we should be focusing on? how social media harms kids. Don't get me wrong, kids need protection 100%, but don't we all? The issue is clearly broader and extends beyond just young people's social media usage. Just a year ago, there was another report by the Forum for Information and Democracy that called on 38 countries, including Canada, to regulate social media companies, to take a step back and look at how information is shared and promoted to all ages, not just kids. And I think that's a better place to start. Thank you.